much money would it take for you to make a massive change in your life today? The answer may surprise you. We'll talk about all of that and more in today's edition of Vision of Success TV. When most people think about putting a massive change into their lives, they tend to think way in the future, that something monumental has to happen, has to be discovered before they put that change in place. And usually it's all centered around money in some aspect. When I make $1 million, I will go ahead and I will make this change. Or when I achieve financial independence of millions of dollars, at that point, that's when I will do the things I've been dreaming about for all this period of time. But the key is you don't have to have those monumental financial goals in place in order to make a massive change. Sometimes it just takes a mind shift in order to discover how little it actually does take for you to make the massive change that will literally impact your life from this point forward. We're all put on a path pretty much from school on. So when you go to college and you keep moving forward, you're put into the pattern that after college, you will take your first job, you will get promotions, and you will keep moving forward. And then we reach a portion of our lives, a point in time, when all of a sudden we've fast-tracked and we've achieved some level of success. This usually occurs in the 40s and 50s when all of a sudden you've transitioned through a variety of positions and you're comfortable. You've achieved a point in your life that you've reached a level or a ladder of success. You've reached a level when all of a sudden there's really not much more to strive for. All of a sudden you have great vacation leave, you have great, maybe some sick leave built up, you have all these things in place, and you know that to move would create such a drastic change that you're not ready to give up everything that you've achieved so far. And in some cases you may also have kids that all of a sudden might be transitioning to new portions of their lives as well. If they're transitioning from high school into college, you know you will soon be facing that empty nest in which you will have a lot more freedom and a lot more time to do the things that you want to do. But maybe right now you're satisfied with where you are. You like having the vacation leave that allows you to spend that time with your family, that allows you to do the things that you need to do in order to keep up with your family. But the problem usually also arises in the fact when you look at your life, at your position, at your career, you're not exactly happy with it. But at the same time, you might be thinking, well, I'll change it someday. Someday when I've achieved something else, some monumental task, that's when I'll make changes. But the problem right now is you still have 10, 15, 20 years to go before you reach that retirement age. And if we can learn from the current economy that's all around us, we also know that whatever age we have in place right now, if we think the magical age is 65, we know that that's not going to be the case by the time we get there, especially if you're still only in your 40s. There's such a long period of time before you achieve that you literally can have 20, even 30 years or more in a career position, which means you have a lot of time to put into place, especially if you want to make a massive change. So if you have a big idea and you're ready to put it into place, but for a long time now you've been saying, I have to wait until I achieve something first. I have to wait until I achieve this monumental financial goal that somewhere out there exists, even though I'm not quite sure what it is. Now is your chance to take a look at it from a whole different way. What you need to do is actually put some numbers to it and say, what is it going to take for me to make this transition, for me to be able to put this new goal into place? In some cases, you will be shocked to learn at how little financial backing you actually need in order to make a pretty significant transition. Now, that's what we did a number of years ago. And what we found is we could make very little changes that would actually have a huge impact on our financial situation. It could be simple things like selling a house and moving into a smaller rental unit that we can adjust and we can grow and move and change with as our own ideas change about what we want our future to look like. Just with very simple steps, with very simple strategies, we can add a lot more financial independence to who we are, which gives us the availability to move on, to move forward, and see life in a different way. Sometimes it takes just a step, just slightly to the right, slightly to the side of where you are now, and it will open up your mind, open up your perspectives to a whole lot more. And you'll see what you can achieve, and no matter how comfortable you are today, with just slight changes, with just slight movement, you can open up your tomorrow to a lot more potential. Give it a try. I guarantee you're going to like it. Now, if you like this tip, please sign up right here on this page, and every week you will receive a Vision of Success TV video just like this one here, and a blog post in addition, in which I spell out exact formulas, step-by-step plans, and a lot of resources for you on how you can take your big idea to the whole nother level, and how you can grow from this point forward with something that you're truly meant to do right here. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.